Hey, so I just tried out 10 Flaming Bisons from Push Gaming, and I have to say, it's absolutely stunning. The visuals just really transport you, you know? It's like you're right there on the American frontier.
Oh, that sounds amazing. What's the setting like?
Well, the game opens on this 5x3 grid set against, these sweeping plains and towering red rock formations. The attention to detail is incredible. The symbols are all intricately designed with Native American inspiration. I found myself just, staring at the screen, taking it all in.
Yeah, sometimes the visuals can really make or break a slot game. But what about the gameplay? Does it hold up?
Absolutely. It's not just a pretty face. The base game starts with 20 paylines. But get this. Using their, push-up mechanic, you can expand the grid up to a 5x5 layout with 40 paylines.
Oh, interesting.
It adds this nice layer of strategy, deciding if you want to risk it for potentially bigger rewards.
So you actually choose to expand the grid?
Yeah, exactly. You can opt to play on a larger grid, but it increases your bet size, so you have to weigh the risk versus the reward. It's a neat mechanic that keeps you engaged.
And what about the bison symbols? They seem to be a big part of the game.
Oh, they're the stars of the show. Landing 4 or more bisons anywhere triggers an instant cash prize.
Nice.
And the payouts really scale up. If you land 10 bisons, you get a massive 1000x your bet.
Wow, that's huge. So it's like an instant win feature?
Exactly. And it really gets your heart racing every time those majestic creatures appear. You're always wondering if this spin will be the big one.
Sounds thrilling. What about any bonus rounds or free spins?
Oh, the bonus round is where the magic happens. You need to land 3 or more scatter symbols. They're these colorful totem poles. Once you trigger it, the game shifts to an enhanced board.
Oh, cool.
Every 4 scatters collected unlocks an additional row, expanding the grid up to a massive 5x7 layout with 60 paylines.
That's a lot of paylines. So the more scatters you get, the bigger the grid gets?
Exactly. And with each expansion, your win potential increases significantly. It's really exhilarating. You're collecting scatters, watching the reels expand, and your free spins increase.
I can imagine. So it's progressive in nature?
Yeah, that's right. The bonus round keeps you on the edge of your seat, never knowing how big it might get. It's one of those just one more spin experiences.
Haha, dangerous. But in a good way. What did you think about the theme overall? Does it handle the Native American elements respectfully?
I was actually impressed. Push Gaming incorporated elements like amulets, pipes, and tomahawks, and portraits of tribal members.
Okay.
It feels authentic without relying on stereotypes.
That's good to hear. So they struck a respectful balance?
Yeah, exactly. It creates an atmosphere that's immersive and engaging, and the audio design complements it perfectly.
Oh, tell me about the audio.
The soundtrack features rhythmic drum beats, chanting, and nature sounds that ebb and flow with the action.
Nice.
During big wins, the music swells dramatically, really adding to the excitement.
I love when slots have great audio. It adds so much to the experience.
Absolutely. And I found myself bobbing along to the beat as I played. It really pulls you into the game world.
Now, what about the nuts and bolts? What's the RTP and volatility like?
So the RTP ranges from 94.47% to 96.26%, which is solid. The volatility is medium, and I found that to be accurate. There are plenty of smaller wins to keep things interesting, with occasional bigger hits.
That's a good balance. What about the betting range?
It's quite flexible. You can bet as little as 10 per spin up to $100. So it caters to both casual players and high rollers.
That's important. Did you try out the jackpot system?
Yes. There's a jackpot system tied to the bison symbols. Collecting bisons moves you up a prize ladder with mini, minor, major, and mega jackpots.
Wow.
The mega jackpot tops out at 5,000x your bet.
That's massive, so potential for big wins.
Definitely. It adds an extra layer of excitement as you collect those bisons.
Yeah.
It really keeps you engaged.
So overall, it seems like the game offers a lot. Any critiques?
Well, if I'm being picky, the base game can feel a bit slow at times compared to the bonus round. But that's pretty common with slots that have feature-rich bonuses.
True, although sometimes a slow base game can deter players.
That's a fair point. I guess it depends on how patient you are.
Right.
The anticipation of triggering those free spins helps, though.
Yeah, but maybe they could have added a bit more to the base game to keep it lively.
Perhaps. But overall, I think the strengths outweigh that minor issue.
Yeah, fair enough. Did you notice any improvements over their previous games?
Yeah. So 10 Flaming Bisons is actually an evolution of their earlier title, 10 Swords.
Oh, interesting.
They've added enhancements like the push-up mechanic and the progressive bonus game. It's great to see them refining their formulas.
Definitely. How's the mobile optimization?
Fantastic, actually. I tried it on my phone and tablet, and it runs smoothly. The
That's
interface
good to
adapts
know.
well to smaller screens.
Always a plus. Some games can be clunky on mobile.
Exactly, but that's not an issue here.
Awesome.
So, would you recommend 10 Flaming Bisons to other players?
Based on what you've said, it sounds like a must-try.
Absolutely. It's a polished and thoroughly enjoyable slot. The combination of expanding reels, jackpot prizes, and the immersive theme makes it stand out.
Yeah.
I can see myself returning to it again and again.
Well, you've definitely piqued my interest. I'll have to give it a spin.
Fantastic. Just keep an eye on those Bisons. They might just stampede your way to a big win.
Haha, I'll be ready. Thanks for sharing your experience. This was great.
My pleasure. Happy spinning.